everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and in today's video I wanted to do two different looks using the new Pat McGrath Star Wars Mothership mini palettes. So I have both of the palettes here. These are high in demand. Everybody who's a Star Wars fan and loves makeup is going to be clamoring to get these palettes. So I wanted to make sure to get this video up for you guys because I know that they are going to be doing a restock on these palettes today. So I wanted to make sure to have it up so you guys can make a decision on whether or not you want to get these babies, because not only are Pat McGrath fans going to be trying to get these palettes, but also Star Wars fans. So you have to be prepared because these things are super hot. So both of these palettes retail for $65 each, and they are her Mothership mini palettes. So it doesn't come with the super heavy packaging. This is the actual packaging. But these are a little bit different than her typical ones are, because her typical ones have a drawstring type situation that you have to twist and turn. These are created like traditional palettes in that they have a magnet here and they snap closed, which I love that because it's just easier to use. So these have the cardboard packaging. As you all can see, they have Star Wars imagery. This one is Galactic Gold and this one is Dark Galaxy. So obviously these are limited edition. She launched these last week and I was able to get both of them. One of them I was able to secure because she did a pre-sale on her Instagram and she gave 10% off, so I got it there. But she is relaunching these on her website. Also, something to note is that she's going to be selling these as a duo, so if you want to get both, that is a good way to save some money. The duo is $115, but Star Wars is a big deal and it has always been a big deal. There are some die-hard Star Wars fans out there. You guys don't kill me, but I've never seen Star Wars, but I know what it is and I know pretty much about it, but I haven't actually seen it. But I'm a Pat McGrath lover and I thought that it looks cool, so I picked them up. And I want to show you guys swatches of these, and then of course I'm going to show you all how to do two different looks using each of the palettes. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the swatches of the palettes, and then I'll show you all how to do both of the looks. And then stay tuned until the end of the video and I will share my thoughts on these palettes with you all, and I'll talk about if there are any re-promoted shades and all that good stuff. So just hang tight, and I hope that you all enjoy this video. So here's the look that we're doing with the Dark Galaxy palette. So before I dip into this palette, I do want to take a transition color, and I'm just going to dip into the color Freckle. I am taking this above my crease, back and forth, and buffing it out. So now let's dip into the Dark Galaxy palette. With the same brush, I'm going to take the color Venomous Void. So the other color is a transition color, so it's going to help blend out this purple a little bit better so the eye look isn't so dark. So I'm not covering up the other color. I'm just going right on the edge of that color, and then I'm going directly in the crease and then go back and forth. So once you have that blended out, now let's go on to the outer corner color. So for that, I'm going to take the same brush and the color Smoked Amethyst. And I'm going to use packing motions and pack this on the outer corner and then blend it up to the crease. Next, I'm taking a flat shader brush and the shade Odyssey. I'm taking my time with this to minimize any fallout that I may get. Next, I'm going in with the pencil brush and I'm taking the color Bronze Nebula. I am popping that on my inner corner and pop it on the lower inner corner. Same brush, and I'm picking up the color Cosmic. I'm taking this color along the middle of the lower lash line. I am leaving a little bit of space open on the outer lower corner too, but this color is so pretty. And same brush, and I'm going to take Venomous Void. And let's connect that to the top. Now I'm going to add liner and lashes, and I'll be right back and I'll show you guys the finished look. So here's my finished Dark Galaxy palette look. What do we think? Purple and sparkly, right up my alley. But I'm going to go ahead and wash it off because I have to do my second look using the Galactic Gold eyeshadow palette. So I'll be right back. Now let's do a look with the Galactic Gold palette. Just like the last palette, I do want to have some matte eyeshadows, so I'm going to do that first. So again, with Natasha Denona's Biba palette, I'm going to go in with Prairie. And this is a Wayne Goss number 17 brush. So I'm going to take this brush in my crease and take this color back and forth, and this is going to be my transition color. And on the outer corner, I'm going to take the same brush and the color Rayon and just pack this color on and then blend it up to the crease. So now that that's blended out, now let's dip into the actual Galactic Gold palette. So I'm going to take the same brush and the color Corruption. So with this brush, I'm just going to tap this color right on the edge of the outer corner color and begin to blend that out on the lid. And I want this color to pretty much be all across the lid except for on the inner corner. But I am using packing motions to blend this color out. And since I already had colors in the crease, I don't have to do too much to diffuse it. It's already blended looking. Next, I'm taking a pencil brush. This is a Wayne Goss number 17 and the color Bronze. And I'm going to pop this color on the inner corner and then blend it over. And I'm going to make sure to diffuse these two colors. So I'm just going to go back and forth. I'm going to take just a little bit more of Corruption just to make sure that there are no lines of demarcation. But that's what I want it to look like. Same brush, and I'm taking Electron. And I want this color on the lower middle corner. So I'm just going to use packing motions to get that color to be super intense and pretty and electrically violet. And I'm not taking it all the way across. I did leave a little bit of space right here. My battery just died and I had to change it out, so hopefully everything still looks the same. You guys do not know the struggle of when you have to change your battery in the middle of filming. Oh my gosh, it changes everything. Now I'm going to take the same brush and the color Violet Void, and I'm going to finish off the lower lash line with this color. And I'm making sure to connect it to the top. That's what I want it to look like. I'm going to add liner and lashes and I'll be right back and I'll show you guys the finished look and we'll talk about my thoughts about these two palettes. Alright guys, so I hope that you all enjoyed both of the eye looks that I did using both of these palettes. Now let me talk to you guys about my final thoughts about them, and let's start off with the palette that I'm wearing right now, the Galactic Gold palette. So all of the eyeshadows in here were really smooth, very easy to work with. They popped, they looked beautiful. And even though this eyeshadow palette doesn't have every single element that I need to do my entire eye look, I can reach outside and use other palettes in addition to this palette and use this palette as a pop of color palette because these colors are very vivid. And even though I do have to reach outside to get palettes to make a cohesive eye look for my personal preferences, you can use this palette by itself to do an entire eye look. You do not have to do that because these colors do flow. I like the color story of this palette. However, I don't think that this palette is a must-have because there are so many colors that are re-promotes in here that Pat McGrath has already come out with in her line. So in this palette, there are 3 new colors and there are 3 re-promotes. So the color Corruption has come out before, the color Bronze has come out before, and the color Gold Standard has come out several times, and she even included this same shade in the Decadence palette. So the color Gold Standard has been launched as an eye doll. Again, it is being relaunched in the Decadence palette. It was in the original Decadence palette. It's also in another limited edition Mothership palette that she came out with last year, the Subversive Metamorphosis palette. So you're going to have that color quite a few times if you are a collector like I am. The color Corruption was featured in the Bronze Temptation Mothership palette from holiday 2018. So in my opinion, this color story just isn't unique, especially if you already have all of Pat McGrath's other eyeshadow palettes. But it is pretty, and if you're a Star Wars collector, you may want to get this just to have it, just because this is in high demand. And if you're like me, you like to collect Pat McGrath things, so I don't mind it. But just know that these colors have been promoted before within Pat McGrath's line, and there are 3 re-promotes and there are 3 new colors, but even the 3 new colors look like colors that we already have from her. And then we have the Dark Galaxy palette. So out of the 2 palettes, I think that this one is more unique in that it doesn't have as many re-promotes colors. The colors in here are pretty much new with the exception of the color Smoked Amethyst, which Smoked Amethyst was included in the Subversive Metamorphosis palette as well, but the rest of these colors are new to my knowledge. I have not seen them. I'm trying to do this video quickly, so therefore you all can make an informed decision on whether or not you want to get these because they are going to sell out fast. Forgive me as I haven't had as much time as I typically take to research that, but off the top of my head, I don't remember seeing the names names of the other colors that is in this palette. To me, these colors are a little bit more unique, even though we do have colors like this that Pat McGrath has given us before, but I think that this one is beautiful, and if I was going to pick between the two, I would choose this one. The quality is there. It's just, do you want to have these colors in your collection? Do you already have these type colors in your collection, and are you going to use it? So be prepared if you want to get these items. Be ready, already be logged in, be ready to check out. She is going to send out a notification via email for you all to be able to shop earlier, so definitely sign up for that, and let me know what you all decide to do with these palettes down in the comment section, and I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super soon. Smooches. Bye.